So here we are with the Transmoto T-Ride, the Gas Gas EC300 2011 model. Thought it was about time for an update. It's been a couple of issues of the magazine since we did the sort of first instalment, and I think we put about 12 hours on the thing now. By this stage you can see she's done about almost 18 hours, so I've actually busted my leg and I've sort of been off the bike for a couple of months, so she's been a little bit out of action, but the plan is now to put another sort of 6-8 hours on it, get to our 24-hour mark. But look, in the meantime, let's just sort of go through a little bit what we have done to the bike. There you go, 18 hours, almost. Look, in the meantime, 2 strokes, a little bit of extra vibration. We've just put these tag pillow grips, I think they're called, on there. They're great. We have actually had a little bit of trouble, a little bit vulnerable, I suppose. Works really well, that switch block, but just a little bit vulnerable. Other obvious stuff we've done, any 2-stroke really, you need to just to safety wire the throttle, just to stop a twig sending you at Mac down the trail where you'd rather not. Just moving down here, Lee Pearsall actually from Mainjet Motorcycles, actually he's a real Gas fan, has given us a few bits and pieces for the bike. We've actually got this, it's just a stronger forged tip on a gear lever. Aside from that being stronger, the really cool thing about it is that it's actually half a spline out. I always had a problem with it too high, too low. Perfect. Really nice thing too, the 8mm bolt is assisted by a circlip on the Gas, which is a little bit more fiddly to get off, but you know, you're not doing it very often. We're running the pivot pegs Mark III, fantastic things. I think they're a 60mm platform, awesome. Couple of issues down your track, we'll see this little trick. The Gas is notorious for, it has got the most lethal side stand in the business, but what we've done here with the chain link, we've actually changed the angle of the spring so the thing doesn't come out and collect you in the shin, and no matter how much you watch out for it, it will. Another thing that the guys from Mainjet Motorcycles, quick release seat, it's a great thing. The original one is quite a long thread and a little bit laborious. Boom, seat's off, it's a great thing. I do still carry the other 8mm head in my bum bag because I'm not 100% convinced, and I know that back in the day there's been a few huskies that seats sitting on the trail side. Another thing also, just keep this little strop on here for the battery. So look, we run a trickle charger on that any time. It just ensures that when we do use the electric start, the thing goes first time every time, and that's look really easy to do when it sits back in your garage. You may as well do that. Also from Mainjet Motorcycles, just these real handy little practical tips. We've got the retaining spring. The bike does come with a spring on the other side. What this has allowed us to do, switch it round, run the axle on the other side so you can actually stand on the axle with your boot to undo it. Keeps the axle adjuster block in place. A little bit fiddly to get in, you do need to drill it, but once it's in it's great. And it's a really cool little system here too, because that's not actually threaded into the swing arm. So all the problems that a lot of bikes have with the thing getting corroding in the swing arm, thing of the past. So just moving on over to our other side over here, as you can see now, running our axle on the right hand side. Look, it's sort of half a dozen one way, 6 the other, it's not a mandatory thing. Coming down here, brake snake, again from the guys at Mainjet Motorcycles, and the cool thing is, a little bit frayed end there, but the cool thing is instead of just having a swage there, it's actually got a couple of little, I think they're 2mm Allen keys, so if you need to take the brake pedal off for any reason, it's easy to do that rather than literally destroying a $12 part. What else have we got? Moving around to the front axle. Mainjet Motorcycle guys have got axle puller, again just convenience. Those axles can get a little bit stiff because they're a fairly big diameter, and flicking over the other side, instead of having the internal Allen key, we've just gone to a 22mm. What the guys also do, that's Alfonso walking around in the background, is they come up with they've got a 22, 27 and 21. So it means basically there's 22 your front axle, your 21 is your spark plug, and your 27 is your rear axle. So look, it's just a really handy tool to do 3 jobs in one. So I guess, and what I also should say is probably in the first article we made mention that we really had a bit of trouble with the fork, a little bit spiky in the mid-stroke. Frank Prons from Bike Tech has had a lot of experience with a Sachs fork. He's bolstered the mid-valve damping, which has actually helped the thing ride higher in the stroke, and also allowed us to speed up the rebound damping a little bit to keep the thing planted. That's definitely made a big difference, particularly on some sort of gnarly downhills. Aside from that and tinkering around with the jetting, not a whole lot we've done, but we're certainly improving the thing, and we will have the next article, the final instalment, out in the November issue, which comes out mid-October, so keep an eye for that.
Yeah.